This is Ryan Abraham, Dan Weber, USCFootball.com. Instant analysis here on Cromwell Field. Bowl practice number 6 for the Trojans. A beautiful Sunday morning here in Los Angeles. We had rain on Friday. You can see downtown. It's not a bad weekend here, and it seems like a real physical practice for the guys.
Yeah, for those of us who come from other places, you realized the best weather in LA is right after the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, it clears everything out, and it's just spectacular. And so that's great because people were saying Friday. This is how it is back home where, I used to be a high school football coach right outside of Cincinnati. I said, yep. Problem was, it was that way the next day and the next day and the next day, where here it's going to be this way. You really went at it today, and not in full pads, shoulder pads and helmets, but there were really a lot of competitive stuff. A lot of the one-on-one passing, work that that they even banned in the summer somewhat, and throwing deep balls, and they got some guys nicked up. Kevon Seymour ended up with ice on his ankle. Stephen Mitchell, who was having an unbelievably good day, the way Sark, he ended up with checking out his knee, and with some ice on his knee. Sark kind of described it as he got banged on it. It wasn't a twist or a turn or any kind of a tear, but they went at one another pretty good. Antoine Woods was out here. Didn't look like he was all wrapped up with that torn pec, and Sark says he's encouraged that maybe by Wednesday, when they start the installation of for Nebraska after 2 days off, that they're hoping everybody's ready to go.
It was a very physical practice. Like you said, some guys got nicked up. Sark didn't think anything was serious, but there's also a lot of guys coming off of rehab that were here really for the first time.
Yeah, well, we saw them. They started coming back yesterday. Today, we saw Trey Madden for the first time. But Trey Madden, Jabari Ruffin, Chad Wheeler, Jordan Simmons, we don't see him much. Jordan Austin, a lot of those guys. Lamar Dawson is out there going through all the drills, doing the pass defense stuff, not doing any contact stuff, but he's in pads and working with the big brace on. He's probably going to need really a good, strong winter weight, and conditioning and all of that to get back. But he's out there. But, yeah, it's kind of nice to see the whole gang here pretty much, and pretty much everybody is here.
Yeah, Lamar Dawson actually got out there. He wasn't supposed to be, I guess, but you saw him make a tackle out there. We also saw Chris Hawkins, who, probably because of the injury to Kevon Seymour, was playing more cornerback again.
Yeah, I think there were tackles, pretty many tackles today, but mostly just guys competing for the position, competing for the ball. They weren't supposed to be tackling, but there were a lot of tackles as a result of very competitive. I think the defense came out today and said, no, you're not. And the offense, and they jumped on the offense a little bit, and then the offense responded. I thought Cody had just a brilliant day. Juju made some great catches. We said Steven did. Nelson Aguilar. It was really, the conditions probably can't be any better on artificial turf right after the rain, where it's just enough tackiness with that little bit of moisture that's in there, and the guys, you can see they really like practicing in conditions like this.
And a lot of young players got to get a lot of work. I mean, for Jalen Green, it has to be a godsend just being able to get this many reps and live reps. But Lamont Simmons is a guy, a true freshman cornerback that we saw a lot over the summer do some good things. Kind of got relegated to the scout team. We didn't see him much, and this seems to rejuvenate him coming out here and competing again.
Yeah, it was good to see that Sark had picked up on that, because we had been, kind of waiting for Lamont, and he was, been a scout teamer, a 6'2" kid, kind of a lean, lanky, youngish-looking kid, that looks like a red shirt is really going to be a good thing for him. But, you're kind of waiting, and the last couple of days he's kind of asserted himself, and he got the kind of frame that you're looking for, in cornerbacks nowadays. And so that was good to see. It was obvious Sark wanted to say that. He wanted to say, here's a kid who we're giving these, guys who haven't had a chance to compete for spots all year, a chance to do some competing, and he said one who really stepped up was Lamont.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up here on Cromwell Field. A couple days off, Dan, for the rest of the guys. They can finish up finals back on Wednesday. There will be more Nebraska prep on Wednesday. So for Dan Weber, this is Ryan Abraham. Check out USCFootball.com for more.